Here we are again, Saturday morning. Everything's back to, well, sort of back to normal. Sort of back to normal. We've got Todd. He's been away
Howdy,
for.
Carp, tick on.
He's been away, busy doing other things.
Life gets in the way sometimes.
He keeps telling me about this electronics project.
Oh,
He,
yeah.
he
Hang on.
keeps on working
Hang
on
on.
it. Oh, there it is. He's got his
Hang on,
little.
hang on, hang on, hang on. This is my new baby. If I can get it.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. It's got a. You're confusing the AI.
It's that old, it's not recognizing it.
Well, no, yeah, well, it's not a human body shape. It's looking for a body shape and a chair, to cut everything else out, and that's not a
Yeah.
chair or a body shape. So yeah.
Uh, no, that's a Commodore 128C.
Hmm.
And I've got the, hang on, let's see if I can get this one in. This
Morley, what was
one,
the other picture you sent me there?
that's a Commodore
60. Yeah,
64C. Um, so,
you sent me some
and
some pictures online. What was that? That was the.
that's Hacko
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
soldering iron.
Oh, that's a soldering iron. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm still getting some other bits and pieces. It's if you want to sort of do a hobby, it's a bit difficult to try and find bits and pieces in Thailand.
Mm.
I don't think it's a hobby that a lot of people do. So to search for the proper stuff and everything, I've had to look on other websites. So
And they've changed
what?
the import duties, I believe. Before there was a cap of $100 US before they would charge import duties. Now they've
Mhm.
reduced that cap, so you have to pay import duties on everything.
Haven't had to. Um, I got two parcels this week and didn't have to pay import duties. And that was no, actually three, the soldering iron and the two computers. But
Mm.
um, I don't know
How
whether
much? How much were they?
um, the soldering iron I think was
Mm.
120 Australian, which I think converts to about $80 US or whatever. So,
Yeah. Okay.
um, but yeah, then the two computer systems which came with a lot of accessories and stuff like that were about 150, 200 each.
Mm.
Um, but no import tax. So, um, yeah, I don't know whether it's things that you purchase, because I know when you do stuff on eBay and Amazon and a few other sites, the import duties and the processing is part of the price you pay.
Yeah. That I
Um,
heard that happens too. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I don't mind that. I mean, if you have to pay import duty, you pay import duty, and that's what I was saying. I try and search
Mm.
companies in Thailand, so um, doesn't have to
Mm.
be
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
on to the processing fees. But like I said, electronics restoration and repairs is, I don't think, a big hobby here.
Mm. Well, it's interesting because when I bought the booster plug, 5, 7, or 6, 7 years ago for the
Yeah.
motorcycle, I didn't have to pay any duty on that, and that was $160 US. Whereas I bought the turn signal kit, only last year,
Mm.
and that was $119 US, and did have to pay. Uh, I had to pay the import duties on that one, which was weird.
Well, that may have just been the postage and processing wasn't
Mm,
inclusive of import duties. So,
yeah, which is weird because when I bought that kit, it was a 30% off. Unfortunately, the import duties wiped the 30% off. Such is life. And g'day, Mister Dallo. Good to see you here. Yeah. So, how's everybody's song crown? That's the big question. And you know, throw up some photos, of your song crown exploits. I've got some here. I was going to show. Um, of course, I got two videos out from our, jaunt around Sukhothai. Which took a total of about 5 hours running around back of a truck, refilling the water can. Oh my God! Tell you what,
well,
you get bloody wet. Yeah, you really do. Even if you're in the vehicle, she opened the window when we
well,
went at the first one.
for some reason, I didn't really feel like doing the water thing this year.
Mm,
It's just, yeah. I mean, I visited our good mate Mayor Groves in Charm,
mm,
um, sort of relaxed in Charm Beach, and they did have one night in Sha'am, but I was driving the car, so when it did get splashed, it just, thanks, you've washed my car also.
Mm.
So, um, but the trip that used to take me from the hotel to Mayor Grove's house, last time I was there was about 7 to 10 minutes, and when I drove to his place, when I got there, it took me an hour and a half.
Mm.
And that was even trying to do the back road, so
Yeah.
it was pretty busy, and
Mm.
the traffic wasn't as horrendous as what people were saying. I mean, I drove from Bang Chang to Bangkok, stayed one night in Bangkok, and then drove Bangkok to Cha Am, and the roads were pretty good actually.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
our drive up on Thursday night was uneventful. No road sort of what do you call blocks or checkpoints.
yeah,
You could see there was a few out, but at that time of night they'd all gone to bed. We did that trip just in 6 hours and 10 minutes. So it was a good run. That was
yeah,
with a couple of stops. The trip back, that was a bit, yeah. Before I went out, I charted a few different routes because it was just they were showing areas of congestion along the route because we left like just after midday on the Monday, and so I'm rerouting the map to find the best route, and even on that, when we left, I still rerouted 2 times on that trip down.
yeah,
But the worst thing was when you reroute off the main roads and go through the country towns, they've got these bizarre traffic signals that sit there. They don't have pressure plates. They're
no,
on timers,
yeah,
and they are on 2 minute, like 2 minute, easily 2 minute timers for the 4 different directions they get to the intersection. And the road I was on, because that was still the quickest way through, and that one there, I was one there. We were there for 8 minutes, 3 different phases of lights before we could get
yeah.
through. Oh my God! Why don't they use pressure plates? It's not like a rocket science. Everybody else uses them. Maybe they just can't bury stuff under the roads because of the water. I don't know. It's bizarre.
There is one intersection down here at Bang Chung that confuses me because
Mm.
sometimes I do think it does have pressure plates because if I travel to this intersection
Yeah.
during the day, it just goes on a time loop, and I think it's about 4 minutes for each, or 2 minutes for each
Yeah. Yeah.
direction. But when it's sort of like around between 5 and 7, um, it's almost like half
Yeah. Or
the
maybe
time.
that's probably just the timing itself.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know.
But yeah, it's just that was the only thing that it sort of took us an extra hour to get home on the Monday because we're driving back with the daytime traffic, mostly.
Mm.
And even when you get to the 120 km/h, zone limits, the main road going down, you get fucking cars sitting there at 80 kilometres an hour.
In the right-hand lane, yes.
Oh, well, it specifically says, minimum of 100. If you can't do the 100, get the fuck out of the lane.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, Thailand. But yeah, and again, but even on the way back, still didn't see a single road. What do you call it? Checkpoint.
Yeah,
You know, as opposed to Christmas when we went up, we had 4 on the way up and I think 3 on the way back. But anyway, it's just weird, because I was just reading an article before. I didn't leave it up, but there was an article before talking about the road deaths, which is less than has
yeah.
been, so which is good. But the things that they can do to help it is probably get these checkpoints freaking working. Anyway, Joe Elliott's there. G'day, Joe. Didn't want to sort of miss out, sort of saying hello. Jen Desperado. G'day, ladies. And Todd. Thank
Yeah,
you very much, Mr. Jen Desperado.
yeah, yeah.
It's all right. You're 7,000 kilometres away. You can. I'll wait to punch you in the face when you get over here. But yeah, so well, it was the 4 day. Like I got some photos. I could probably go through the photos. Where are we? I think it's that one there. What have we got for photos? Let me just make that a bit bigger. Well, that was lunch on Wednesday. We'll start at the beginning. Yeah, I think I put that one on Facebook. Is that the right way? there's our host, the police constable there, captain or whatever he called. I don't know what rank he is. He's a high-level police officer, but he's actually now based in Sesamrong. All dressed up. That was Saturday morning. I said to you, don't you get time off for Songkran? He said, nope. Do you get overtime? Nope. Poor lad. But he didn't really do much work. He went down to the office in the morning and then came back home about an hour later, hung around the house, and he's got his walkie-talkie on, right, for anything that might happen in Sesamrong, which I think it blasted 2 times in an hour, just the usual squelch, somebody checking in, but he didn't have to run off and do anything. But I think he probably pops down to the station probably twice in a day, and then comes back and drinks beer. Oh, you gotta love it. What was that, Robert? G'day, Robert. How you doing? Tiki in paradise. G'day. Thanks for joining. Yeah, exactly. Thanks for joining us. A new name on the stream there. Was it the government advised the National Police Department not to set up checkpoints on the major roads to help with the traffic flows from the song? Is that what it was? Is it? And of course, nobody watching. The cat's away, the mice will play. I don't know. Is that what's the term?
Well, I didn't see too much. I'd say interesting driving techniques when I was driving, and I mean, I travelled like you. I travelled a fair bit, so it felt a little bit more congested. But I was really surprised because the hotel I was staying at in Bangkok was right in the middle of Bangkok, and the road in, of course, didn't have to pay tolls, which made things a bit easier, but didn't have to worry too much about traffic. It was rather smooth. So
yeah, well, I said, all in all, I think coming back on the Monday, which is not the peak day to come back, judging from where the congestions were, and they're always at the it's always at the ramp offs and the ramp ons,
the convergence points. Yeah,
because Thais just do not know how to match traffic flow really, and for some reason they get on the ramp. And the first thing they want to do is they want to get into the outside lane.
Yeah.
Right. At 40 kilometres an hour, which is their ramp entry speed. What? Honestly, if the traffic's doing 90 kilometres an hour, match the speed, then do your merge. Don't, for crying out loud. But yeah, that's a serious. No, look, I'm trying to teach. I'm trying to educate the world. It's a dihydro monoxide plasma cannon. Water gun. No, it's a plasma cannon. Just the water happens to be sort of plasma at room temperature. That's all.
Don't confuse the world.
Don't confuse the world. Yeah, just the family enjoying the moment. Grandpa, I don't know how old would he? He's probably about 90 now. He's still kicking on. Still smokes. Still smokes like a chimney. Right. I really have a difficulty understanding his Thai because he doesn't really have the same vocal capacity as the others.
Yeah.
And of course my Thai's rusty anyway. So, but yeah, he still kicks along. He's enjoying his life. Me and the sergeant ready to do war. Shania grabbed the camera, of course. Then we're that's at our local 7-Eleven. There's my mate Gang. We enjoy a bit of a smoke together. Anyway, this is another. I was shooting this guy. I was in the passenger seat of the car at this juncture because I didn't want to get the camera wet. I was using for the vlogs I did with the GoPro camera, which is waterproof, except for the fact that when water splashes in the microphone, it mutes the microphone. You'll get that when you watch the videos. But so these were just shots from inside the car, which makes it a bit on the blurry side because of the windscreen and everything else. But this is Sesamrong, the kids in the back, Showing you in the back. It's a wet old time, you know, considering like it is 40 degrees Celsius, you know. But everybody's just enjoying the moment. They really are. I thought those ships would have come out better. But you know, see that Songkran in a country town is just as much fun as Pattaya, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit more friendly. I think the only difference, as I think I might have mentioned in the vlog, which was the only difference between here and Pattaya is there's probably less breast groping. But everybody's just enjoying the moment, you know. You don't see a sad face anywhere. That's the family. And I really only spent the Saturday in the revelry. The other two, Sunday and Monday. Yeah, so that was Friday. Well, so Friday we did the main event. Saturday and Sunday I just hung around the house and I really didn't do much at all. That's Shania, when she got back and she was out partying again with the girls, with our girlfriends. And then she was out on Tuesday with the other girlfriend, more girlfriends out there. She's got a, I don't know, the camera work there is terrible. But anyway, such is life. They just looked like they were having fun.
Yeah.
And that was our trip on Monday. Oh, and Wednesday. Nice little. We've been watching this little restaurant being built over the last 6 months, and it was finally open. So went and had lunch there. That'll be the next video. Anyway, what's that one? What's that come from? Doesn't look like anything new. It looks like an old photo from somewhere. Anyway, I did find this little article here. What have we got? Hotels in Pattaya and nearby provinces have recorded lower occupancy rates during the Wailai Songkran Festival. That's what they're calling it, Wailai. One. I need better glasses. Maybe I keep on remembering that meme that have all the letters jumbled, and I can read that perfectly. You know, but when it comes to things that are written properly, I get all the words wrong. Maybe I'm dyslexic, I don't know. I can read dyslexic writing, but I can't read normal writing. Hotel has noted weakness in the promotional strategy. So they're, basically going on the fact that the occupancy rates are down. Marriott said revenue is estimated to be 80% of 2019 tally, which is not bad considering that, the last 3 years of bullshit we've had to deal with. She said the government's 21-day Songkran promotion did not have an effective strategy, and most events nationwide were not unique, lacking in good storytelling to attract tourists. Well, I was actually quite happy to see, I think in our little outing there, some of the little stalls that they put up there. We had, some of the older ladies dressed in traditional Thai outfits, doing traditional Thai dance for Songkran.
Yeah.
I don't think you saw that anywhere in Pattaya, but the events-wise, I think everybody's just focused on the water rather than anything else. Compared with Pattaya fireworks, which was a key draw, many Songkran events were unable to lure tourists. Yeah, well, there's not much else to do, really. I don't think. What else can you do for the water festival? It's either a deeply religious experience, isn't it? I think for spiritual experience for most Thais. That's what we did on the Sunday, which was the water blessing in the family. So we put grandpa on the chair, and we had to do the traditional, soaking of the grandpa. I thought those photos were there somewhere, weren't they? I thought Shania had them. Or it might have been her mum's. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think. Yeah. I don't think she took any photos. I think Mum took the photos of the house blessing part of it, and she put them up on her Facebook page. I don't sync her photo album, so they don't turn up on my photo book. Maybe I should, because they're always screwing. Mum's phone, she got a virus on it recently. I don't know what she did to her phone. She clicks on everything. Stop clicking on the ads, would you? What Thais are like. They got I might win some money. I got to click on
Yeah.
that. Oh, I got to click on that. So yeah, Mum had some photos as well. Yeah. It's also sort of saying most attendees are locals and expatriates. So there's not many new people. Right, no, Jerry, yeah, are you back today or you're back tomorrow? They said
No,
you're back the 20th.
he's in Da Nang at the moment, which is in Vietnam.
You said he was coming back today.
Mm.
Well, actually, we actually thought he was coming back yesterday. So where are you, Jerry? You still over there, or are you staying longer?
Yeah, he's from Da Nang, which is in Vietnam. So you are coming back today. Cool.
Sorry, I didn't read the whole thing. Yeah, so I didn't read the last bit. The gang from Da Nang. Yeah, okay. I saw it. He's got nothing on his Facebook either. Like he's got some golf photos. Were you playing golf in Da Nang? Were you? Is that the name of the golf course he was talking about? I didn't look it up, but it looked like a Thai place. 13:15 flight today. Okay. Yeah, we missed you yesterday at the meet-up, but we managed. I actually had an early night because I didn't have my wingman with me. After I went home at 6 o'clock last night. So if Jerry was there, if my wingman was there, we might have stayed a bit longer. But the girls were getting a bit rowdy. They had a couple of other Australians in the bar there, and they were just a little bit. They're a little bit rambunctious last night. I thought, it's got to get a bit risque here. I'm gonna bail early. I got nobody to cover me. Yeah, you got to know Redfern Bar. The girls get a bit crazy sometimes. Sorry, back soon, ready. Wingman ready to roll. What are we doing next Friday? We're gonna shoot some more video next Friday. Got to think of something to do. We've got a few days to think about that. But yeah, I think Song, apart from the fact that it does really feel hotter this year. I reckon it's a good 2 degrees hotter on average than it was, the last couple of years.
Yeah, well, I know. Speaking with Mayor Groves, he hasn't had rain for a long time.
He says that all the time. I'm pretty sure that he's got one of those special little domes over his house or something like that.
No, well, I normally can bring the rain, but it didn't rain when I travelled to him this time. So, but yeah, it did feel a bit hotter. And I'm trying to remember when I last went to what the weather was like. I can't remember. But it didn't sort of feel that hot last time I was there.
Mm.
And it was windy, so the wind was off the ocean. So
I think they get the ocean wind because it's got a bit of an orographic lie from where Charm, and you've got the mountains at the back and the west. It does get that bay breeze. Gets that what they call, I think, the Florida Keys breeze through Charm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was a warm breeze. It wasn't a
Well, it
cooling down breeze. Yeah.
Unless, of course, you get a strong wind from the Andaman Sea, then they've always got a nice coastal sea breeze going on there. Well, we have some 4 and 20 pies in the freezer. Haven't had one of those for years. Mm.
Yeah, I know you get the sea breeze, Mayor Groves. I wasn't saying you don't get the sea breeze. I said that the sea breeze wasn't a cooling down sea breeze. Normally you get that 2 or 3 degrees drop in temperature when it sort of hits you, but it didn't feel like it this time.
So that's what he says, David. I would like to elevate a YouTuber's channel. He is Thai. He is based in Bangkok. He does a great job with the English subtitles. The subject is places to go and things to see. Well, hit that link in there if you've got permission there, David. You can put a link up. Just put a link up to his channel, and we'll take note of it and go and have a look at it. Yeah, I do watch Bangkok Pat stuff, but he's into his cats now and his videos and everything else. Not that I'm really overly into cats.
Yeah.
We got 3 cats up in the farm there, and Sonia was ready to bring one of those back. And when we were at the Pom Dog Cafe, she was ready to take one of those home. And I no, look, we've got 2 Pomeranians across the street. If you want to go and play Pomeranians, go across the street. Robert Groves, 4 and 20, hoofs, lips and ears.
Oh.
Yeah, well, the only 4:20 I relate to is the 4:20 p.m. after school time. Well, that's where 4:20 came from. That was after school. That would you go at the back of school and smoke a reefer. That's where 4:20 come from. Yeah, if you didn't know the meme, yes, 4:20 is the time to smoke. Anytime you see 4:20, it's time to have a smoke. and not the tobacco type. Thai cabbage. Was it? Am I allowed to? Yeah. Well, once you work out how to post it, yeah, that is. Go to his channel page, copy the link and the URL, and then just paste it in the bottom there. Will be good. I'll have a quick look at it. Not cool this time of year. The breeze is warm, but does make it feel a few degrees cooler. I have rain forecasted a few days in June. The devil's lettuce. Well, you can't say ganja or cannabis on YouTube anymore. They say sorry. That's one of the bad words you can't say on TV. Like I still remember that sketch from. What's that American comedian? He died a few years back. Can't remember his name. I'm having a complete mental blank today. I'm still half awake. What was it? The 7 deadly words you can't say on TV. George Carlin, that's it.
Okay.
Piss, shit, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits. And he starts out, tits. Why is Tits even on there? Seriously, it's like could be a buddy's name. Hey, Tits, how you doing? How you going, Tits, man? Haven't seen you for a long time, Tits.
Well, it is actually an official name of a species of birds.
Yeah, well, it is too. Yeah, well, it is, I suppose.
Yeah.
That was a genus, not a subgenus. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was walking through the forest and I saw a flock of tits.
Yeah, flock of tits. Yeah, I suppose the classifier helps in that situation.
Well, you're still saying the word, and the way the AI works now, it just picks up on the word. It doesn't worry about classifiers.
And of course, he goes into a long tirade about the word shit. Like, can you imagine a police officer the first day on the force not knowing the street, the street adjective for the word shit, and he comes up to the first dealer and the dealer says to him, hey man, you want to buy some shit? Shit? You can really buy shit? Well, must be good shit. If you ever get a chance to listen to that sketch, it's pretty good. There's a few sketches from my Wayback Machine that they're still sit in the back of my mind quite well. That one, and although he's on the nose for most people, Bill Cosby's 200 mph. That's one of the funniest sketches I've ever heard. Always drives the foreign cars, bought the Ferrari, doesn't know a thing about cars. The only thing he knows, he drives into the service station, looks for the guy, hey Bob, fill her up. And so Bob's walking all around the car, looking for the petrol tank. He comes to Cosby and says, hey, where's the petrol tank? And he says, you're the gas man, find the gas tank. You have to have my sense of humour to understand that, because the Ferrari hides their gas filler underneath the back number plate or something, wasn't it?
No, I've never driven a Ferrari, so I don't know.
But yeah, you're the gas man, find the gas tank.
Yeah.
There he is. He's in at the Walmart and he bumps into Carol Shelby. Boom! He does the bump now noise. And comes out and Shelby turns around and says, "Hey man, you're an American man. Why you drive them foreign cars? You're American. Drive an American car." And he says, "Well, for one thing, an American car does 160 mile an hour, right? Foreign cars they do 180 mile an hour or better. I need a car that does 180 mile an hour or better to get to work because, like, I live like 2 miles from work. Anyway, it's very American. If you get a chance, you'll love it. I'm sure you will. I just don't do the American accent very well. Well, David Charm is mainly a tourist town for people, mainly the Bangkok crowd. Yes, I know. Every person who has ever had a YouTube channel has done videos in Charm. Oh, there's that channel, by the way. Let me just bring that up. Goose Voyage. Is that how you just put it? Goose Voyage? He's got some bits and pieces. Oh, I'll put that on the subscribe. I'll have a look at it a bit later. Hope that's the right one.
Looks like it.
Yeah. Got some shorts up there. 280 subscribers, 73 videos. She's keen. Yeah, might help me with my Thai language. You never know. Somebody who speaks Thai with subtitles, I think, better than trying to teach people Thai.
Yeah, well, I have been sort of getting back into it, and the lesson I learnt this week, and it's more of a technique than rather words, whatever, is not to actually learn individual words, but to learn statements or full sentences, and then break them down so you have an understanding of the words, because the structure is very important. Like I know words and I remember what the words are, and when I try and put them into a sentence, I always get the subject verb or the subject noun or the descriptive noun back to front, and always get the smirks and the little giggles and laughter. Like, I know I'm saying the right word, but it's in the wrong structure, and it gets frustrating. So I'm going to try and take the advice of this guy that I've been sort of watching a few of his videos.
No, I was listening to I was going through my Thai slang and idioms last night, and I used to, pretty much recite this stuff, and I really can't keep up with this.
A big, ugly woman.
ผีเสื้อสมุทร
PSL somewhat.
There is a big, ugly woman standing over there.
มีผีเสื้อสมุทรยืนอยู่นั่น
No, so again, my mouth can't even get those words out that fast anymore. I'm getting old. But yes, look, if you're quite welcome to, send me your email address. I'll give you my Plex, account, and you can play stuff yourself. But yeah, I want to get back into the idioms. This is more, the way Thais, speak, because all those speaking stuff. Okay, we can all say Swati Krap, we want somebody in my Krap, Yiditi Rajazak, we can say all the standard greetings and everything else, but when it gets down to conversational level, they speak in ideograms and slang and things like that. And you've got to learn the slang and the ideograms to really fall into the lessons. And unfortunately I don't have the book for this thing anymore. It was one of the books I threw. I just ripped this off the CD that came with the book. I don't have the book because I threw all this before I came here, I threw out everything, which is a bit of a pain, but such is life. What am I missing on the steamy weather? Dowler, beer chang is good for you on any, yes. They're going to get him. He's going to get a job working for Chang, I'm sure. He's always promoting their beer. Um, uh, his with bankers. Robert, correct. His perspective through okay, unique. His videos worth watching. Okay. Yes, his videos helps with my Thai because of the English subtitles. Great points. Where I live, you'd be say, there's a big fat ugly woman over there every two. There's something about the
Barlow.
there's something about the female population here who are overweight. They still look cuter than what I remember back in Australia for the same proportion overweight people. They're sort of happy who they are, but you get the Australian woman that gets into that sort of depressed state. They get into a depressed state. I don't know what it is. That they're unhappy with the world, and they want to take on the world with everything they do. I don't know. It's just something about the Thai culture. People are just happy to be themselves, which is obviously the best way to be, of course.
Yeah.
But that is Victoria. I think there's a fair few oversizers in New South Wales as well. Such is life.
Mm.
Anyway, moving right along. So look, so give us a rundown. So we've seen my photos. You got any photos of your Songkran? You didn't take any photos at all. You've been housebound.
With me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I think Mayor Groves took most of it.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that. I didn't see him come up on my wall, so he mustn't have put it on Facebook.
Well, I sort of it's weird. Because I've got I don't know whether I mentioned, but I've got a situation where I need to have my eyes looked at. So I've got my focus on taking photos and everything is not that great. So it's hard enough to capture what I'm actually looking at, let alone go, okay, well, I've seen that now, I've got to try it. But that's sort of what I've been focusing on. Is I've got the appointment again with the eye specialist at the end of this month, and hopefully after that I can get something sorted and sort of get back to normal vision. But the funny thing about it is when the last night I was in Cha-Am, I sat on my glasses and broke them.
Did you?
And lucky I got two pairs of these, but these were back here in Bang Chung, so I'm fine after about 2 meters, and I can see things. But if it comes to reading the phone or looking at a menu or seeing things up close, no chance. So I had to drive from Cham all the way back to Bang Chung with no glasses. It was a little bit of a challenge.
And here's me. I'm the proverbial cheap Charlie. How many times have I repaired these glasses? The arms keep on breaking, so they're now. I've now got a bit
What,
of.
is that gaffer?
No, it's insulation tape wrapped around coat hanger wire, wrapped around the arms of the glasses with araldite.
Yeah.
So these are really good glasses. I love them. They just work perfectly. But
Well, these are really, really thin ones, and the other pair broke right there.
Yeah.
So there's nothing you can do about putting them together. I sort of went down to the 7 and got their version of araldite and something. I wouldn't have minded if it was like a thick bridge so that kept them together.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't even do that.
Yeah.
So what I was doing was sort of, if I needed to read the phone or whatever to put the address in the GPS, I'd take one side, and the old monocle type thing. I'm lucky there was no videos of it, because it would have been the funniest thing.
It would have been the funniest thing, yes. Yeah, I just keep on patching them up, and I can't, every time, seriously, they cost 200 baht, like, they're not going to break the bank,
Yeah.
But I've been to like a few of those stands around the markets for the last, couple of, last 4 weeks, looking at the glasses stand, and I just can't, I put them on. Some of them, like, they're great for the distance I'm looking for, which is my computer monitor distance, which is just outside my full arm length, because I have another pair of glasses for close-up work,
Yeah.
because these are only about 1.0 magnification. But the other pair I've got, the other pair I bought when I got them home. Where are they now? They're on the desk here somewhere. Well, here they are. For some reason, the optical on these ones here, right? They get blurry when I look out the corner of my eye. These ones here have no blurriness for the whole range of the lens, for that distance. Whereas these ones here, like the focus is in the center, and when you've got 3 monitors and you're looking around all the time, I just kept on having blurry sections, so I don't use them.
Probably a bit more convex than the actual
Yeah,
lenses.
so I go to these stands, I put them on. I'm looking at the 1.0s, I put them on, checking them all out, and they all seem to have the same sort of aspect. They get sort of blurry towards the edges, or they don't converge properly. Again, they're 200 baht glasses. I suppose I can go and spend 4,000 baht on a proper prescription set, like you did, and then promptly break them a week later. So that's why I don't buy 4,000 baht glasses, because I'm totally freaking clumsy with them, as you can see, because I break them,
Well, I was happy. I mean, that first pair I wore all the time, and it lasted me over 12 months, so I suppose that's a good thing.
Of course, these ones here, these ones here I carry with me. These are great because I can put them away, and it's always been a habit to put them away. And, that little glasses case you can sit on, and you can almost stamp on them, it won't break them. But they're just sort of, for this sort of, work here, it's just, they're not as nice to wear. Well, they're okay. They get the same, but unfortunately they're not high enough for the extra monitor up there, and I find myself tilting my head more. So, but such is life. God, I bet there's bloody, these sets here for 8 or 9 years. They're still going strong, and they were like $10 a pair. Or was it? No, I think it was $12 for 3. On eBay or something, or Amazon or some weird place. Anyway, moving right along, I was sitting in Bangkok hospital. What's going on there, Mr. Mark? I hope you're okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mark's okay. It's an appointment.
Oh, it's just an
I
appointment.
won't say anything.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
It's up to Mark.
It's up to Mark. Yeah, okay. You guys have to. Sonia been feeling poorly. I may have to sort of bow out here at 11 and take her to the hospital or doctor. She said she's burning up outside, but she feels cold inside. I don't even know what that is. I think it's just probably some sort of viral thing from the week of splashing water. It finally caught up with her, because she had a lot more water dousing than I did. So she's probably gone through a few little, those body chemistry things where you get in the hot and the cold continuously for 3 or 4 days. It does throw your equilibrium out. So I just said, well, just rest up. But she needs to go and open the salon and everything else, and work to be done. You know how it is. So
Mayor Groves is saying goodbye, I think.
Is he?
He's got things to do.
Okay, Mr. Groves, glad to have you along. Have a great weekend all. Yep. Mark, everything okay with you? Just a small procedure for your daughter. Okay. Wasn't you, it was just family related. Finally getting that penile extension. Thank you, Dowler. I'm glad I turned the monetization off on this one. They can't strike you for anything when you turn the ads off. So we're free to talk as we are, as we want. They can't do anything really bad. But yeah. Yes, let's not go there, Mark. Let's not
No.
go there.
No.
But it'll be good. I think everything starts to get back to normal next week.
Yeah.
You've sorted out your banking, I believe. Yes.
Yes. I don't know whether I mentioned that last time. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been on, hasn't it? Yes, I finally had a solution for it, and I actually had to get the third or fourth edition of a new credit card sent to Kimbo at his address in Australia, then get it FedExed or whatever, UPS or whatever it was here, and pay for it myself to actually get it here.
And
So-
Jerry's off to the airport. Okay, Jerry, you
Yeah.
take care. Fly safe.
Travel safe, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I've been able to buy the little bits and pieces for the hobby projects I'll be doing. Finally.
Finally. Should I break it a
It's like,
song? Leaving on a jet
"The jet
plane.
plane,
Don't know when I'll be back again. Yeah.
I know
this
it's
is-
an old song, but it just reminds me of Armageddon every time I hear it now.
Is it? Was it in Armageddon? I don't think it was.
Yeah.
Was it in Armageddon too, was it?
Yeah, that's when everyone was doing a chorus when they were about to board one of the shuttles or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I might watch that movie again. I quite enjoy that movie.
yeah.
It's one of Willis's better ones. Right, David Alexander, hey, wasn't Todd joining live from Hotel Rooftop Pool off Sukhumvit Road. Been here 3 weeks. Home early Wednesday next week. All the best to you guys. Cheers from David in Glasgow. From Glasgow. He's another Glaswegian. Oh, hi. Good to hear. Good to hear. I'd love to hear some Scottish accent. Come on. I'll play some Billy Connolly for us. Gotta love Billy Connolly. One of my favourite comedians. Oh, it's Sean. I don't miss that one. There, g'day, Sean. How many weeks before you get back? Have I got you in my calendar for when you get back? I don't know. Where's my calendar link? Scroll up there. Did I put Sean? I think he said he was coming in May, wasn't he?
I may have missed that one.
Charles' birthday. I got Sean's birthday. Oh, Sean, I tell you. So there we go.
Yeah.
He comes in May 3rd. May 3rd. There we go. Good for you. And we've got to plan some things when he gets here as well. Are you spending all the time in Bangkok, or are you going to flip between different places? 2 weeks out. Oh, countdown. All I hear from Jen Desperado is the countdown from, for next February when they're coming out here.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Anyway,
Well,
I'm sure we'll hook up and go and do some partying somewhere.
Now, the other thing I've been doing is I've been looking at changing my visa.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that before we started.
Yeah. Speaking with our good mate Jerry, he's sort of into it, and just chatting him with him about stuff and looking at the LTR for, and I wouldn't say I am, but somehow I qualify for the wealthy pensioner side of things. But yeah, I'm just investigating doing that, because looking at sort of stabilizing things a lot more than just having to. I know it's not too much of a hassle doing stuff, but this one's like 5 + 5, so it gives you 10 years, and you not have to think, oh, will I get everything across the line every 12 months. So not that it's been an issue for the last, it's coming up 3 years.
Yeah, but the $80,000 a year income level, it's not disposable income, that's just income, but you've got expenses on top of that, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just your income, and it sort of with I get across the line, I think, with my investments and everything like that,
Right.
which is income, but of course I put that back into and the investments because of
Yeah, that's what you do.
family members living at the properties and everything. So I don't put them out of place too much. But from what Jerry was saying, yeah, just send it in. What's the worst they can do is say no, and
Yep.
you're already doing the OA. So
So what would be the reason behind that visa versus the one you're on?
well, you don't have, as far as I know, you don't have to have the 800 sitting there,
So yeah,
and you can choose your own health insurance
right, okay.
as long as it meets a minimum threshold.
Right,
So, but it's just more of a, in the back of my mind, okay, instead of sort of concerning myself every 12 months, I've got 5 years to sort of enjoy and just keep doing the 90-day reporting.
yeah,
Which, as we both know, is not an issue. You go down, you say hello, you smile, and you do the 90-day reporting. So
yeah. Well, if you're out of Bangkok, that is, yes.
yeah,
I think I was speaking to somebody yesterday who was giving me the dramas he was having with his 90-day reports. And I said, well, that's why you use an agent in Bangkok, because they take care of it. But they cost, they charge you for it. Well, yeah, at least you don't have to stand in the queue. Let them deal with it. And Pad Thai's there, g'day Pad Thai, and she's got a thing, wants to see me in Bungee Smugglers, which is never going to happen. Ryan, yes, okay.
yeah. Konnichiwa. Pat Thai's using Japanese with me.
Is that how do you say that?
Ahaya gozaimasu. It's how are you doing?
How you doing? Right, okay, good. Anyway, so what else we got going on? Yeah, so back to normal. You've got your doctor's appointment, and you should be able to, hopefully within 4 weeks, you get your eyes fixed.
Well, it depends. Like, I sort of feel that they've deteriorated a fair bit since I saw him in January. So I'm just doing the measurements and the checkup and the lens calibration again, and after that, I'll get the surgery scheduled, and then he told me last time you'll not have to wear glasses. It might take.
But you've got a long-sighted vision as well, though, don't you? That doesn't fix that.
Mine. Basically, these are high-powered reading glasses. Everything past, say, 2 or 3 meters is fine.
Yeah.
Considering my age and everything like that. It's just the 3 meter in is blurry if I take these off, which is bad for the computer work and everything that we do as hobbies. He said once you get these glasses, the lenses, they're transitional and everything like that. And he said the only side effect that he's pretty high up in doing this type of surgery, is that at night you get a little bit of that halo around lights.
Right.
But he said that's just retraining your brain to work in with what it looks like. So.
G'day, Paul. Good to have you chat. Jump in and chat along with us. I looked into the laser eye surgery to correct my reading problems, and they said yes, that'll solve that problem. Be able to read your phone and everything else. The downside is the fact that your long distance vision goes, and I would rather have the long distance vision because driving and everything else, and I don't need to see that close distance, so I can see what's in front of me. It says, I'd prefer just to have long distance vision where I can see a Port from 300 metres away, which is typically, how do you see that? That's the comment I get from Shania. How did you see that? It's just over there.
Well, the cataract side of things is affecting that. The vision itself is not bad for doing the long distance vision. It's just
the cataracts.
The cataracts are starting to
play out.
Yeah. So, and I mean, my mother's had them and everything like that, and she wore glasses most of her life, and as soon as she had the cataracts, she used to stir me up. Well, now you have to wear the glasses and I don't. So.
Was it
Yeah.
Pad Thai? I'm not that picky when your sight isn't good. She'll keep.
Yeah.
During
Yeah.
Songkran, I found my sight got worse as the day progressed. Um,
Yeah.
well, I think the heat was probably part of it, and of
And the
course,
San Miguel.
and the beer. Um, not that I didn't. I wasn't drinking when I was driving. I had a few sips when I was driving, but
Yeah.
definitely not over the limit. Just to quench the thirst, as they say. Uh, I've got a stigmatism in both eyes. Haven't gotten any worse over the years, luckily. Uh,
It's
yeah,
pretty amazing what they can do now. Like,
yeah,
I know sort of 5 or 10 years ago doing cataract surgery and lens replacement and sort of that sort of stuff was a bit, could be
yeah.
hit and miss and everything like that. But with technology being the way it is now, yeah.
I would like to be able to, run again, but I don't think it's ever going to solve a problem to arthritis. But I remember I ran 20 steps yesterday for the bus when Shonja dropped me off, and yeah, that was
Yeah.
enough. Yep. I
I
just
actually did a hiking thing in Chaham.
Mhm.
There's a really good outcrop to climb up and everything like that, and expectation and ability need to be recalibrated.
Yeah, Mark was
There's-
constantly rehydrating, he says. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, the brain wanted to do these 5 lookouts, and I got 3 done.
Mm.
But when I went to do the 4th one, it's like,
No.
nah,
Yeah.
nah.
Sonia did that hike up to again a few weeks back. She went to Chantaburi at the Buddhist footprint. She did that hike up the mountain. She says it almost killed her. She's so old now. She's so old. Was it?
No, my
she-
brain still thinks I can still do half the military stuff I used to do.
She's 40 in 37 days. Oh my God. She keeps on reminding me she's so old. You wait till you get to my age, darling.
That's not old.
Life starts at 40. Come on. What are you talking about? She's going to give me heaps about that one too.
That's the naughty 40s, and then you get into the nifty 50s.
So that's when you're back into Bangkok next. You're coming up for her party, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
We haven't worked out what we're doing yet. We'll work out something. Probably have a barbecue here. Bring your own meat, and you bring your own beer, because I can't afford to buy a truckload of beer like Jerry can. Ambitions mixed up with capabilities.
Yes, exactly, Mark. Exactly.
Chop. Right.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
Anyway, we're pretty close to our finishing time. We've got things to do. I've got to see what Shanya's doing, whether she wants me to actually take to the doctor or not. I just think she just needs to take a couple of paracetamol and just rest, darling. I think she's just burnt out. She's just burnt out. A week of Songkran.
Yeah.
I've been just specifically taking it a bit easier. I mean, I enjoy the time. I enjoy just watching everybody have fun. I get as much out of it as watching the videos. Watching other people sort of clown around. I know what it feels like. I don't need to do it every time. I've done the back of the truck thing. I've done that one. God, those trucks, they've got no seats on them. You're sitting on the back of a metal bar, basically. God, it hurts your ass. It really does. Yeah. I think that was one of the reasons why I didn't go partying anymore. I couldn't sit down properly or comfortably. Have a good week. Yep, have a good weekend. We'll wrap it up here and get into other things and get things done. And hopefully we'll see you closing time. You don't have to go home, but you have to...
Any Sonic, good song. Closing time. Closing time. Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, cheers all. Yes, and I suppose I've got to get the tune, closing screen. We'll see you next week. Yes, I still haven't missed a frickin' Saturday in 5 years. It's doing well. Like last Saturday we did it from the phone, which is all right. We had a few people wanted to watch that afterwards. I think I got 500 views on that one. You know, I normally only get 200 views on a normal Saturday morning live stream, but that one got 500 or 600 views. You know, because we did a bit of a wander around the farm. People like to see the farm and things like that. What it's like in the sticks.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, as Pat Thai says, sayonara. I've got the last 2 episodes of Shogun to watch still. That's something I'll probably do that tonight. And yeah, don't forget Fallout, the TV series. It's great. You have to watch that.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
I'll give it a go.
Watch Fallout. It's a great. It's interesting. It's an interesting story, but you might want to read that article first, where he puts the whole thing, the whole canon together over the 250 years that the whole story encapsulates. Because it is a bit hard to follow in the story, because they make references to before the bombs drop in the story. But there's a bit of a confusion there if you didn't know the backstory. But yeah, that link's in Movies and TV on the Discord if you want to find that link. Well, I suppose I can give that link for you on a parting gift if I just open that, copy that, Control C that, go back to here, put it in here. There. That's a bit of a rundown on the series. Somebody put together a 40-minute video explaining everything, which I think if you don't know Fallout, it really would help to read that first or watch that first to know how it all fits together. It just gives you a bit more depth to go into and you actually get the feeling of the whole thing. Anyway, enough of my my elaborations on a TV series. Closing screen. We're out of here. Peace out. See you next week.